Hi everyone. Well, we've just moved through the shift of the ages. On that last weekend in March, we had the partial solar eclipse, immediately followed by the shift from Neptune out of Pisces into Aries. This has been a long-awaited shift because Neptune takes 165 years to go around the zodiac once. So it's been hanging out in Pisces since 2011. And this magical moment took place very early in the morning on the 30th of March at 5 a.m. And Neptune crossed that world axis, the end of the Piscean energy, the end of the Piscean age, and stepping into the sign of Aries. Now we're moving into the age of Aquarius, but it's the sign of Aries that starts off the new journey. So what we should be experiencing as this takes place is a major stepping forward, a major rushing forward actually. But that isn't happening just yet, and that's because Venus and Mercury are both in retrograde motion, and they are paused on that world axis gateway going in the opposite direction. It's almost as if Venus and Mercury are saying, we left something behind, we missed something. We've got to go back and pick it up before we can really move forward. So Venus is all about our values, our relationships, and our money. Mercury is all about our mind and our thinking. So what this means is we need to continue reflecting upon, re-evaluating my own personal values, my own personal relationships. And a lot of people are having a lot of friends falling away at this time because they're no longer in alignment with each other, which is absolutely fine. And then Mercury, we've got to be careful that our mind isn't too rigid, that our old masculine egoic mind wants to hang on to the familiar and the past. And that is not going to work. So we're still eking out these deeper levels before we can fully move forward. And that will begin to take place on April the 7th, when Mercury begins its journey forward. And then on April the 12th, we have the full moon. It's a pink moon, when Venus will go forward. Now that will take place in the full moon will be in the 32nd gene key and the sun will be in the 42nd. This is another important time to reflect. The 42nd is the shadow of expectation, and the 32nd shadow is the fear of failure. And my experience has been in the gene key sessions that I have that many of the fearing of failure that people have is based upon the expectations that other people have of them. And this is the time in our lives now where we've got to make sure we are not behaving according to other people's beliefs, expectations about us. We've now got to step ourselves into total freedom to be true to ourselves. Aries is the first sign. It's the sign of me, my needs, having not my needs met. So we've now got to forge that path as we go forward in this new energy. There is a forking in the path, and some people are going to stay in the old world, the familiarity of the old safety and security they believe in, and another group are going to step through this threshold into a brand new adventure. We don't know where it's taking us, so it can be both exciting and scary. But Richard Rudd has already been there. He's had this glimpse into this new earth energy, and he said it's going to be beyond our belief. So hopefully we're going to have the courage and the commitment to take the step through that space. Now the gift of the 32nd gene key is preservation. What we're being asked to do is to cut back to what truly, truly matters in our lives and let go of the rest. Decluttering our space, decluttering our minds to really focus on what truly, truly matters. And then the 42nd siddhi is celebration. So when we can detach the gift from all the old ways of being that we've been in the world, all the old shadows and wounds and triggers, and let all of that go, then we can step forward into the future, into our personal celebration. Now, it doesn't mean everything's going to go really smoothly. There'll still be stuff will happen, but we're going to approach it in a different way. We're going to approach it in this more detached way. and see it for what it is, which is a lesson for us to learn something that we need to move on our true spiritual journey. So I think once we see Mercury and Venus go forward, there will be a surge forward into this new era, this opening of this new gateway into this new energy. And on the 19th of April is when the Sun will move into Taurus. And this is now going from the fire of Aries, this surging ahead, this driving ahead with this fiery passion, into the much more settled, grounding energy of Taurus. So this is now where we want to anchor the energies of this new Earth into form. And then that is quickly followed by Earth Day on the 22nd, where we have this wonderful opportunity to celebrate Mother Earth as she's moving through her spring season and opening up to these beautiful spring flowers and the greening of the earth and the blossoms coming out. And it's just this wonderful opportunity for us to ground that energy into form. We then move through to the 27th when we have the new moon in Taurus. So this is another wonderful opportunity for us to really ground these energies in and set clear intentions for ourselves, making sure that we are fully grounded, because these energies are very potent and powerful. We're going through these major solar ejections bombarding the planet, and it's the highest frequency solar ejections we've ever experienced. So it will cause agitation, discombobulation even in the body. So it's really important when you're feeling these energies coming in to ground them into the earth, to get out into nature if you possibly can, in the forest as we are today, or by water, and connecting to Mother Earth, because she's also raising the frequency through the Schumann resonance. So we are going through this major activation. And Richard Rudd talks about the year 2027, when the age of Aquarius will have fully embodied. So we are going through this transition time over the next 2 years. Don't be surprised if you start having feelings of bliss, of ecstasy, of the rapture, because it's coming up from the earth and it's coming down through the sun. So the more that you can be a conduit for these energies, being the channel to connect the energies together, the more wonderful it's going to be for you personally. It's not too late to set your clearest intention through that solar eclipse and Neptune moving into Aries. So over the next few days, just set your intention for what you truly, truly want for yourself in your future, without any limitations and restrictions. It's going to be beyond our belief. So open yourself up to that. And just to add finally to that, the solar eclipse took place in the 17th gene key, line 6. The line 6 are the chakras in the head, and this is opening up to the biggest vista that you can for your future. The 17th gift is farsightedness. So you now can see how you can create this new pattern, this new pathway for you as you move into your future self, making sure that your mind is not too rigid, not having set opinions. And don't be surprised if you have gut instincts, intuitive awareness of events to take place that then actually happen. This is part of this 17th gene key, which is opening us up, the third eye opening on the occasion of that partial solar eclipse. So I think it's going to be a very fast moving month as the Mercury and Venus start moving forward. And it's going to be this opportunity then to really connect deeply with Mother Earth and with your own deep heart-centered intentions. So I hope you have a great month. Many blessings.